I don't know what to say. It's really a pleasure to meet you, Jane. For me, it's a dream come true actually to meet you personally. And I've prepared some questions for you. We know your love for chimpanzees, but why are bees one of your passion projects? How do they fit in the overall goal of the organization?
Well, the problem is that because of industrial farming, because the land is sprayed with pesticides to kill the insects that are harming the crops, but it's also affecting the bees. And the bees are the ones who pollinate. So if we lose bees, then most of the crops cannot be grown because they won't be pollinated, they won't be fertilized. So because our mission is making the world a better place for people, animals and the environment, then clearly bees are a very important part. And also it's helping the people in Uganda and other countries where we work to make some money from honey. And so it's saving the bees, helping the people, and in this way it's, very, very beneficial for people and the environment. And the bees.
And the bees, yeah. How does our Give Back Friday initiative support this project?
Well, I think it's an amazing idea you have, this Give Back Friday, which means that you give back a little to the Jane Goodall Institute to help the women in Uganda who are beekeeping. So it's all, a cycle of support. So you support us, we support you by acknowledging that you're a good company, otherwise we wouldn't partner with you, and it benefits the women in Uganda and it benefits the bees. So it's all self-supporting.
It's
wonderful. It's win-win-win.
Win-win-win.
In fact, we could add another win-win-win-win. So it's you and us and the women and the bees.
That's beautiful. As our Give Back Friday partner for a second time in a row, what do you hope to achieve with our partnership for the bees and the community?
Well, I hope that it will help to spread the word. It will hopefully benefit you because people will see that we wouldn't partner with you if you weren't doing things right to help the environment. And you can help us, as you have been, by making donations. So it's a really nice two-way, plus, benefit collaboration.
Totally. It's really amazing for us as well to have such a great partner by our side. Many people really want to help and make a difference. Where can they start in their everyday lives, and how important is the spirit of togetherness when working to make a difference?
A lot of people say to me they come up very depressed by the state of the world, which isn't surprising. The world is in a pretty bad state. But they feel so helpless when they look around and see all that's happening to harm the environment and politically and socially. And so they become depressed and they're losing hope. And so what's really important is to give people hope, because without hope you fall into apathy and do nothing. So how to give people hope? Explain to them that they as an individual matter, that what they do each day has some impact on the planet, and they can choose what sort of impact to make. And so in our everyday lives, we can think about what we buy, where it came from, did it harm the environment, was it cruel to animals, is it cheap because of unfair wages in other parts of the world? People can think about how they travel, can they travel in a more environmentally friendly way? There are so many things, and it will be different for different people. But although they may feel, well, I'm doing my little bit, but so what? But it's when millions of people start doing their little bit that you realize that actually it's making a big difference. And because of our youth program, Roots and Shoots, the young people, they get so inspired when they're working to solve a problem. And so that inspiration rubs off, and it rubs off onto their parents and their friends, and more people get involved. And then they realized, yes, in 66 countries around the world there are Roots and Shoots groups all working to do their little bit, and all those little bits together make big change.
So Jane, would you rather wear silver or gold?
Probably it would depend on what I was wearing, because silver goes well with some things and gold goes well with other things.
That's true.
So I think I've always rather inclined to gold. It's a kind of softer colour.
Statement jewelry or minimal jewelry?
Minimal, absolutely.
What are you wearing actually here?
But this was made for me especially. It's in Africa, and the little speck is where Gombe is.
Oh, that's so
Because that
sweet.
is silver
That's
around the edge.
really, really beautiful.
So before I was given this, I had a piece of antique jewellery given to me by a woman. She met me in an airport. She started to cry. They often do when they see me. She took this off her neck and handed it to me and said, I want you to have this. I've had it all my life. And I said, what's your name? And no, she ran off. So I never knew, but it was antique silver, inside which was, and it was in the shape of a heart, and inside was red. I'm not sure what the red was. I don't think it was ruby, but anyway. So it was a silver heart with a red stone right in the middle. And it was lovely, and it became my trademark. And then it disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. So then for a while I had no jewellery, and then I got this.
You got this.
Yeah.
Maybe I also have an idea for something which I could make for you in case you lose something again. But yeah, super interesting, and I love the fact that people cry when they meet you, because I cry as well now. I'm trying to not to cry too much, but it's really, yeah, your aura and everything is really inspiring to sit next to you. And
Well, it's lovely sitting next to somebody who cares. And would you like to meet Mr. H?
yeah, he's so sweet.
Mr. H, he is symbolic of the indomitable spirit, the people who tackle what's impossible and won't give up and make it possible. But Mr. H, he was given to me 29 years ago, so he's nearly 30. He looked a bit different then. He was given to me by a man who thought he was giving me a chimpanzee. He was blind. So I took his hand and I said, Gary, chimpanzees don't have tails. He said, never mind, take him with you, and you know I'm with you in spirit. This man, when he went blind at 21, decided to become a magician. How weird, you're blind. Can't do that, Gary. Well, I can try. The children don't know he's blind. He lays his props out ahead of time. And then at the end, when he's done his show for the children, he tells them. And he said, you know, something might go wrong in your life, because you never know. If it does, don't give up. There's always a way forward. And he does skydiving, and he has taught himself to paint. He never painted before. And he's made a portrait of Mr. H, who he's never seen, only felt. And it's quite extraordinary. So Mr. H is symbolic of the indomitable spirit, and when things seem impossible, remember what he said. Don't give up, there's always a way forward.
I will remember Mr. H for the rest of my life.
I think we all need that message
We all
today.
need that today, yes.
The world is a mess.
That's true. Thank
So
you.
go on doing what you're doing, because you're making a difference. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Now I'm crying too.
Oh, this was so beautiful. I don't know what to say. Nina, do you have a tissue maybe?
I have one.
I have this terrible effect on people.